Hello and welcome back to the first ever Spawn Trap podcast of the year, the only podcast that is actively exploring various strategic and capitalistic options to unlock the full value potential of our assets. And we are convinced that there are several potential paths to generate value from Spawn Trap's assets and franchises.
All right.
That's a quote I was screwing up at the beginning, by the way. I'm Til. I'm joined, but for the first time on the main podcast here, Lumi. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
The voice of Lumi. That quote is from Yves Guillemot, the CEO of Ubisoft, who recently announced that Assassin's Creed Shadows is delayed. I think this is the second time it's been delayed. Oh shoot, sorry. And this was the corporate speak they gave because Ubisoft's in kind of like financial trouble right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing so well.
Yeah.
The rumor is, and the employees, I think, like, are publicly stating to journalists and stuff that they're worried about their jobs and everything because the rumor is that they're looking to sell to Tencent, which is hilarious because like maybe like a decade or so ago, maybe longer, I can't remember how long it's been, but they were like struggling to fight off a hostile takeover of Ubisoft from Vivendi, and now they're looking to sell it to Tencent, which is just funny.
God. Smart moves.
That was one of two intros that like changed yesterday. I'm like, oh, I guess we have a new podcast intro. My main my intro that I was thinking of was, so the Pokemon Company recently declared that this year, the year 2025, our Lord and Savior, is the year of Eevee, which is cool. Yeah. It's cool and all, but I feel like Nintendo's missing a prime opportunity to bring back the year of Luigi. Luigi's hot right now. Everybody loves Luigi. I think it's time to bring back Luigi. Free Luigi.
Free Luigi. Oh boy.
How you doing, Lumi?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Great.
What have you been playing? Marvel Rivals?
I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals and Helldivers. But I just started playing ranked today. I started playing with Taco. We went 2-2, so it wasn't that great, honestly. I feel like I don't know. It's not the same. I don't feel like my competitiveness is there anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. I've lost any sort of competitive. I was playing I feel like I was playing Overwatch for the first time in like the longest time. And I'm like, I'm not good at this game anymore at all. I'm like, why do I bother?
That's how I felt, because there's so many new heroes too, so it's like you can't keep up. I don't even want to bother touching it again because I don't know what meta is. I don't know what. Yeah, it's just too much.
I only had a few opportunities to play Marvel Rivals so far, so I'm not good at it. I haven't played as everybody yet, and they just introduced the Fantastic Four, which
Yes, it did.
is awesome. Are they all in the game? Because I only see people talking about Reed Richards and Susan Storm, and how hot they are.
I only see. I've only seen 2 of them. I haven't seen all of them. Honestly, I was actually thinking the same because on the main menu they're all 4 there.
Interesting. So it's like just nobody's picking them in the games.
It could be. It could be.
Because for me, like I'm picking one of them to start off with. I'm picking the Thing. That's just me.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are going Mr. Fantastic right now because he is very, very, very OP.
How
crazy.
so?
So, okay, so he has this ability to. I don't know if you remember. I think there was a character in Overwatch where if you shot them, they would use all that power that you would shoot them with and use it against you. I forget if there was one like that, but basically that's his power. One of his powers is that he can absorb any damage that he gets from you and use it against you. The thing is, the cooldown time for him to do that is really, really low. And so
Oh,
when can
yeah.
you shoot him? When can you shoot him?
Yeah.
Um, he is very OP, and I don't know if you remember in Overwatch where a new character would come out. um, they would ban that hero from being used in competitive for a few like days or like a week or so.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the case in Rivals. You can use him. People have been using Mr. Fantastic. Like he was immediately available in comp, and so it's been very difficult. But usually they would have that cooldown time from putting them in ranked to give people time to like get used to them, learn how to play them. Mr. Fantastic is so easy to play because he's so overpowered that it's like, is there even? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just super, super crazy. Like playing ranked today was very, very. It was a lot.
Yeah, I would have. So first of all, that does not sound like any of his power sets from the comics. So, I don't
Yeah.
know where that's coming from. Um, Second of all, I can understand um how why nobody would like that. That
Mhm.
you just jump in with these new characters untested in a ranked match.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not upset by it. These are brand new characters. You want to play them right away, and you want to keep playing ranked. I
Mhm.
say, just put them in, and you know what? Deal with the consequences.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. I feel like I jumped in just to get like we literally just tried to like dip our toes in it and see how what it was like because we thought we were like, oh, we're on a roll in quick play. Let's see what we can do in comp. And
Yeah.
it was not great. It's a lot more the toxicity is still there, very much so.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I've played with voice chat in that game. So I don't know
Oh,
if
you don't
like,
even need voice chat.
oh, it's just like people
It's
just
just
like playing like assholes, or
in the chat. People are just like actual like typing in the
oh,
chat.
typing. Oh my god,
Yeah. Yes.
who has the
Yes.
energy? You know.
I don't know. People like have nothing better to do.
Uh. Anyway, that's what we've been playing or what you've been playing. I've been playing old stuff. I don't want to talk about what I've been playing. But I don't even know what I've been playing. I've been playing jumping back into Batman Arkham City because I've never played it.
Hmm.
Um Pretty fun except last time I jumped in. It's been a while since I played. I last played in October. So I'm
Hmm.
like jumped back in where I left off and I was like immediately as Catwoman and I'm like I don't know how to play as Catwoman.
Hmm.
So I was like lost. And then still playing Donkey Kong games. Just been
Nice.
it's been a it's I'm trying to play all of them and it's been a
Hmm.
slow progress and now there's going to be Donkey Kong Country HD Returns HD, which we will talk about later as one of our topics. And so that's what I'm going to be playing when that comes out in like 5 days. So yeah.
Nice. Did you ever finish Luigi's Mansion? I'm really sad if you did because I missed the I
It's
miss you finish.
it's all archived on my live stream YouTube channel if you want to watch it, but yes, I did.
Okay.
I did
Okay,
finish
good.
it.
Did you like it?
Here's the thing. I can appreciate why people like the game.
Hmm.
I feel like it's overrated. I don't think it's an amazing game. Um, it was annoying at times.
Yeah.
Controls and everything. Um,
Hmm.
and I just don't think it was like an incredible game. It's a cute game. It's like a I don't know tech demo for the GameCube, I guess, because that was
Hmm.
like the launch game, right? Was Luigi's
Yeah.
Mansion.
If not one of them, yeah.
Yeah, so I can understand what like people like that was the game you had at launch in GameCube and that was like the one that you're fond of. But like I jumped in,
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, I played the first one. I don't really have a need or desire to play any of the other ones. I don't know if they
Yeah.
got better, but that's just me.
I don't honestly remember much about Luigi's Mansion 2. I know I did play it, but
Yeah.
if I don't remember much about it, it shows I didn't really care for it. But yeah, I think a lot of those old games is just the nostalgia aspect of it at this point. Because looking back,
Yeah.
yeah, they weren't actually the greatest, but
Oh yeah,
it's
you've tried
still
to play like Super Mario Sunshine or even Mario 64, like as revolutionary as Mario 64 was at the time. They're not
yeah.
games that hold up that well. I would argue like Mario 64 holds up better because it's kind of like the core foundation of a 3D platforming game that
Mhm.
any modern 3D platforming game you play now is like inspired by, right? But
Right.
even still, that's clunky camera controls just ruin the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are going to get into our main topic here because at any minute now, even as we're recording this, although I doubt it, it's the weekend, Nintendo could just be like, "Hey, here's our new console. It's coming out soon." Because Lumi, everybody on the internet already knows everything about this console before Nintendo could even talk about it. It's being leaked
Except me.
everywhere, except you. I don't know how you're missing all of these leaks. I see like 5 leaks a day. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
And usually I don't like talking about like leaks, rumors, and stuff like that, but like major publications are picking this stuff up. It seems legit. And accessory
Mhm.
manufacturers are just like straight up saying like, yeah, here's the accessories we have for Nintendo Switch 2. It's like this is legitimately like accessories we're gonna have at launch in April. So it sounds like April is gonna be the release date of the next console. Um,
Oh wow.
so here's I just pulled up The Verge because I'm trying to find like one place that has everything. So I
Okay.
don't know if usually The Verge does a good job. I haven't looked at this article yet. Just everything we know and think we know about the Switch 2. You can see a 3D printed mock-up as
Mm-hmm.
the header here. So this is pretty much it. Looks like the Switch. Um, a thing to note, I mean, there will be like small details we'll pick out here, but a thing to note that I don't know if you could tell from the picture though, it is significantly bigger.
Yeah.
So it is a bigger handheld. The Joy-Cons are bigger. Um, the one important detail is actually covered up by this headline. So we will scroll down here. This was really the first like legitimate leaked image of the console.
Mm-hmm.
Was from who's the manufacturer for this? D Brand. That's right. D Brand said, "Hey, here's our new case for the next Switch," and they actually like showed the console inside this transparent case, like just boldly. Um, you'll notice here in the case, and I'm sure we'll see a picture of it better later on. There's an extra button underneath that home button.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was wondering what that was.
Did you see it's labeled C, like the letter C?
I didn't see that. But yeah, I
Yeah. So the button
hmm.
C, that's the one thing we don't know yet is what that
Mhm.
button is for. If what would you care to guess that would be for?
Hmm.
The size
Mhm.
comparison with the Steam Deck.
Oh wow, that's oh wow. It's pretty big. I'm not sure honestly what I could think it could be.
I've seen some theories, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of them could be legitimate. The one thing people, because there's a new dock too. The dock has been leaked as well. There's barely
Hmm.
any pictures in. I need
Yeah.
to find a better source. Um,
Let me see if I can find one.
yeah. I mean, if you can find one, just share it to me. But some people are thinking that it's a cast button. So there's a new dock involved as well.
Hmm.
So they're thinking like with this new dock, maybe you can cast your Switch to your TV and have like two different images, one on the handheld, one on the big screen. So you can do things like emulate DS or 3DS games,
Hmm.
or Wii U games, or just like new gameplay mechanics. If you want to have the map on your Switch while you play the main game on your TV, that's an option there. Um, other
That's it. So it's
sorry,
basically what we got in the what was it, the Nintendo 3DS where you had the two screens?
yeah, pretty
So
much, yeah, or the Wii U, like you had the game tablet and then you had the TV screen. Other people, um, I'm trying to remember some of the other theories, but they sounded pretty good. Other people think that might be involved with like a camera, if they're adding a camera to the Switch.
hmm.
Um, or like a communications thing, because notoriously the Nintendo Switch, in order to have like online voice chat for
Mhm.
at least for first party games, some third party games didn't require it, but you
Mhm.
needed the app on your phone, the Nintendo Switch Online app.
Oh.
Um, Whereas people are now thinking, hey, that's nobody's using that, get rid of it. So maybe Nintendo kind of like caved and are now including voice chat in their console directly.
Mhm.
So that could be something. Um, I'm trying to find like a leak of the or a mock-up of the handheld itself based on the leaks. I'm seeing like a year old like fan renders like what they think it could be. So I'm just gonna sort this by I'm gonna sort this by month because there's been like everything. What I can pull up is a picture of an the Joy-Con and a new accessory from this was at CES actually, which is I think it's happening now or it might have just finished. But this was from one of a regular Switch accessory manufacturer. I can't remember which one. I'm blanking on it right now. But they're releasing like Joy-Con grips and a charging station. So like um just ones where you
Oh.
just like plop on the Joy-Cons to charge them. But
Mhm.
this is basically what the side of the Joy-Con might look like here. So instead of having different colored Joy-Con, like these red ones right here, um, instead the inside where the rails are will be different colors, and they're launching with like black Joy-Con, which I'm a little bit happy about because
Mhm.
I I didn't know why Nintendo never released black Joy-Con to begin with.
Yeah.
Thing to note about these, they're not gonna like slide in like rails like the previous Switch. They're
Mhm.
using magnets. So they're gonna be snapping into the side of the Switch.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think in this like little space right here in the center,
Mhm.
there's some sort of locking mechanism for the magnets to like keep it in.
Mhm.
Um and this picture you can't really see it, but the like the little button that's back here to unlock the Joy-Con,
Mhm.
it's much bigger, like the size of like one of these triggers. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. You'll also notice the inside, the SL and SR buttons are much larger, so that they're more comfortable and you don't have to like dig in to press them when you're playing it
Mhm.
in like the little Joy-Con mode. There's one other thing that has been recently leaked that most of the internet is talking about right now, and that's this little square right here.
Yeah,
Um,
what is that?
there is a better picture online if I can find it, but it's pretty much the sensor that you would find at the bottom of your mouse. It's the same kind of sensor. So this seems like it's a new style input, and there's a lot of theories on what this can be used for. So some people are thinking you place your Joy-Con down like this, use it as a mouse for like RTS games or
Mhm.
Mario Maker or Mario Paint if Nintendo wants to bring that back. Um, I've seen other people say that because I don't think they've shown the infrared sensor on the bottom of these Joy-Con for the current Switch on the new Switch models. So this seems to have disappeared, and there's like 11 games that use this feature. So if Nintendo's keeping it, they might have just like relegated it to the side of
Mhm.
the Joy-Con, so like using that as an infrared sensor instead. Um, Other people have stated that Nintendo might be bringing back a abandoned accessory that they were like excited about that they announced at E3 one year, which is called a
Mhm.
vitality sensor or something.
Mhm.
Um, and I'll see if I can pull up a picture of that. But it was gonna be for the Wii. It's just like a clip that goes on your hand and can like detect your pulse or your heartbeat or something like that.
Mhm.
So
Oh.
I'll pull it up here. This is what it would have looked like.
Oh my god, that's legit heart monitor.
Yeah.
Pulse monitor.
Yeah, so people are thinking like that little like sensor is just like you put your finger on the Joy-Con and then it would like that's pretty much their replacement for that technology that they never
Mhm.
launched.
Mhm. It just looks like you're at the hospital.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what this was supposed to be used for. I think because they were making a lot of fitness games back then.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that had like some if there was like some sort of fitness game they were gonna like introduce this with, but they
Yeah.
never released it.
Huh. Well,
But it was like this big thing they were excited about one E3. I remember it was in their presentation.
and it just never happened.
No. Just like the game Project Hammer. That looked cool. Come on, why'd you guys abandon that?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much like the big changes on the Switch. There's been like leaks of the motherboard and the specs. I don't know if we can find that somewhere, but oh, here's a better picture of the Joy-Con from iPhone in Canada. What the website is at. Let me pull this website up here. This is kind of like a render of the Switch 2, what it's going to
Mhm.
look like here. And looks like this is the back of it. You can kind of see like the bigger locking mechanisms on the back.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
I don't know if you can really tell on your screen because it's just dark for my monitor. The kickstand is more in like a U shape.
Oh, I can't see it over like the dark.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, the image itself is dark in general. Another thing you'll notice, there's a USB-C port at the top,
Hmm.
in addition to one at the bottom.
Oh.
So the question is like, is that going to be like a charging port for when you're playing in handheld? Because it's kind of annoying plugging it in from the bottom,
Mhm.
especially if you have it in tabletop mode.
Mhm.
Um, or is that going to be used for accessories? Like, that's the question.
Hmm.
Crazy theory I heard from Victor Lucas from the Electric Playground. I saw it in one of his TikToks. He's like, a theory I have is there's gonna be like some sort of accessory where you attach another switch on the top that like plugs into the top USB port, and then use that as like your 3DS um like emulation. I'm like, I don't know, that's kind of crazy. Have two switches like
Yeah,
stacked onto each other.
that's a lot.
And here's the render of the Joy-Con here.
Wow. Yeah, definitely a lot bigger than the other one, the original.
Yeah. There's the C button at the bottom as well. This is
Oh
just
yeah.
hardware though. Like this is just a look at it. We don't fully know all of its features yet, what it can
Mhm.
do. The rumor is it can handle games sort of like to the same power of a PS4. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I'd like to find a picture of the dock if I can. 'Cause the dock is like a different shape. But what are your thoughts?
It's interesting. I mean, I like all the theories that they have on it. So I'm seeing this person, he put up like a picture or a little like comic of how comparing like the bigger Joy-Con compared to like the original, and it's this little cartoon that shows Kirby swallowing the little Joy-Con, or like the
Mhm.
from this one, and then it becomes the bigger Joy-Con. And then at the end, it's like a picture of the Nintendo Switch 2 and like Kirby Joy-Cons or Kirby covers for the Joy-Cons, and it looks really really cute.
Oh, interesting.
They
Uh,
seem like a fun job. I like it.
there's a leak of I'm finding of the back of. Oh, actually, this is two pictures in one. So if I can pull this up. Oh, this is from somebody on Threads posting this. Um, so this picture got people skeptical online.
Mm-hmm.
The top one here is, I think it's pretty much confirmed, it is an AI image, but
Mm-hmm.
only some of it is AI. So from the leaks, it seems like the actual Switch itself here
Mm-hmm.
is the legitimate console. So this is what the side of it looks like before you attach the Joy-Con. There's the
Mm-hmm.
kickstand of it like flipped up. Um, and there's that like locking mechanism for the when you attach the Joy-Con in the center. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the surrounding like background, people determined, oh, this is an AI image, so this image is fake. But then people kind of put two and two together. Oh, the reason why is because the person taking this picture does not want to be found out and fired or have legal
Yeah.
action taken against them. So they AI'd the background image to like hide their identity and their location. Um, the bottom one is the dock, and it's so weird because I feel like I get them going for like a new design. This
Mm-hmm.
is pretty much, hey, let's make the dock but make it round.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's got like a big booty in the back. It's
Looks
just
very
like,
chunky.
yeah. And I don't know if that's just because they need, I don't know, they just need more room for the components inside of it for like a new
Mm-hmm.
feature like casting. Um, but like the current dock, I'm like, I think it's fine. I actually wish they would get rid of the, because it's just unnecessary plastic. They could
Yeah.
just make a stand, plop the
Mm-hmm.
switch on a stand. It just needs the USB-C connection.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need this big like rectangle that scuffs up your screen when you try to put it in the dock.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, they just added more plastic. I'm kind of like
Yeah.
upset about that. But if I can find, I
Yeah.
can't find the picture that I want, but there is a picture of like, well, I guess there's like a concept thing right here. I can show you. This is essentially what it could look like in the dock, and you can see like the top of the screen is exposed. And people
Mm-hmm.
are thinking like when you have it docked, it's just going to display some information about the game on the screen while
Mm-hmm.
you're playing. So it shows what you're playing, the time. It could show some additional information there because the site, like the dimensions of it, it doesn't cover the full screen. So the people are thinking like there must be a reason for that.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty much the Switch 2 leaks. The thing is like there's like a new leak every day. So like accessory manufacturers have this thing, they're talking about it. People have their hands on this thing, they're talking about it. People are making 3D renders, like they're 3D printing
Mm-hmm.
renders based off of details that people have from actually holding the thing and like the
Mm-hmm.
actual dimensions that they have available. So just the fact that all this stuff is coming out and it seems like it might be released in April. Uh, and Nintendo doesn't really have a lot that's going on that we know
Yeah.
about when we're going through like the games coming out in 2025. There's a significant lack of Nintendo games on that list. There's
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4 and Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, and then also Pokemon ZA. We don't know anything else because Nintendo's not telling us because they're holding that off for their new console. So I feel like an announcement is imminent here. Like
Mm-hmm.
it could happen as soon as this week that this podcast is probably coming up.
Especially with the leaks coming out.
Yeah.
So.
So I don't know how we're going to handle that. So um like we'll try to do our best to do some sort of live reaction, but it's going to be like a
Yeah.
last minute thing like And Nintendo's gonna do what Nintendo does. It's gonna be like late at night. Oh, tune in early tomorrow morning for a Switch reveal, and it's gonna be like too late for us to organize. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much the Switch 2. Are you excited?
I'm excited. Yeah, I like it. I think the only thing, if that is how the dock is gonna look, it's a
Mhm.
little too chunky, and I liked how the original is a little bit more portable. You know,
Yeah,
this one, like, it's a little too big.
I think the uh good thing about that though, if you know history is gonna repeat from the past Switch, there's gonna be like third party, not third party docks, because if history does repeat from the last Switch, those docks are gonna fry the Switch. But
Hmm.
um with the official dock, people made like their own shell replacements, and it was easy to take apart, take that board out, and then put it into a new shell replacement. So people
Hmm.
did make these little portable ones that you can like shove your dock into and take with you.
Hmm.
And then there's also like there are, if you wanted to take the risky route, there are accessory manufacturers that made like a little plug-in dock. So it's just like this little um sort of like this thing right here, just plugs into the wall, and it has like a USB-C and HDMI port on the bottom, and you have a little travel dock with you. Um, so there could be something like that for the Switch.
Hmm.
I don't care so much about the dock. I don't like how it looks, and it's going to take up a little bit more space in your like your entertainment system. But whatever. I
Hmm.
usually use it on my desk, so it's just going to be this ugly brick on my desk.
Hmm.
But I more so the console. The console looks bigger and more comfortable. I'm kind of happy about that. It's not too big like the handheld PCs that
Right.
we're seeing, like the
Right,
Steam
and
Deck.
it's not as big as the Steam Deck because the
Yeah,
Steam Deck is massive.
it's huge. I feel like Valve. The only reason why it's that big is because Valve insists on having the touchpads on it,
Oh
and they're
well,
not
I guess.
necessary.
Yeah.
Like I know people like defend the touchpads, but I'm like, who's using them? It's not necessary.
Yeah.
There's a reason why every other handheld manufacturer is not including them. They don't
Hmm.
need to, and their handhelds are much smaller than the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Just make a smaller one without the touchpad, and then it'd be better.
It'd be
But
perfect.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just curious on what these new features are, because there's
And
always
the
gonna be, yeah, there's always gonna be a Nintendo gimmick,
hmm
and it's like, is it gonna be like a revolutionary thing like the Switch, like a two-in-one mode, or is it gonna be something like the Wii U where nobody gives a shit?
Yeah.
But mostly I want to know what games are coming out, and there's got to be like a reason for me to get it right away, because I don't know. The
Yeah.
the rumor is a new Mario Party, or sorry, a new Mario Kart.
Oh,
So
okay. When was the last Mario Party that we got?
we just got one a few months ago, I think. Was it a
Oh.
few months ago?
Oh
It's
yeah,
called
it was.
Mario Party Jamboree.
Yeah. Okay, so when was the last Mario Kart that we got?
That's Mario Kart technically that we got was on the Wii U. That's Mario Kart 8. But
Oh
Mario
wow.
Kart 8 Deluxe is on the Switch, like the best-selling Switch game, because they bundle it with the Switch, especially
Hmm.
during holiday sales. So everybody who has a Switch has Mario Kart pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they've been releasing updates and DLC for it going forward, but it is
Mhm.
technically a Wii U game that's ported to the Switch. So it's been a long time since, actually, I think there's been a later Mario Kart game than that. That's the On Tour one that was up
Mhm.
for your phone. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Mario Kart Tour. Hmm.
I think we're gonna move on to, unless there's anything else you want to say about the Switch 2.
Um, no, I think that was it. Yeah, I'm excited to hear about more about it.
We're gonna move on to games that are coming out in 2025. I have the wrong window open. Um, and this year's, so we did this last year, but basically we did it under the sort of like title that we're gonna try to guess what's gonna be game of the year next year.
Ooh.
And I mean, we can still do that, but I think it's pretty
Yeah.
much gonna be GTA 6.
Yeah, yeah. Well, who knows? Who
Yeah,
knows?
we don't know.
Yeah.
But last year, if I remember correctly, I think we were wrong. So we were guessing like Final Fantasy,
Oh,
and for the Game Awards, it was what was it for I already forget.
well, for this year?
Yeah, for this year.
Uh, oh my
Oh, it
gosh,
was
was it
Astrobot. Yeah, I pushed for
Astrobot?
Astro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
And it's
gosh.
so many other like award shows are doing like Balatro or Black Myth. But yeah, I don't think Final Fantasy won any like Game of the Year awards, so we're pretty much wrong on that. Um, the other thing,
So
sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the other difference from this year to last year is last year there was a lot more release dates that were kind of set, even though like a lot of them were delayed or moved around. This
Mhm.
year, there's only a handful of games that have a release date
Yeah.
because of Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so because like, do we know? We don't really know yet exactly when GTA comes out.
Nope.
We just know it's supposed to be this year.
That's why we don't know when any other game is coming out because every other publisher is like,
Yeah,
we're not going to release at the same time as GTA 6, so we
yeah,
need to know when it comes out first.
and it's a smart move.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
All right.
Uh, um. Okay, so like I have a list of all the games coming out this year by month.
Okay, so
And
I think I have trailers pretty much set up there, but if there's anything that because I only picked I like filtered the list. So if there's anything I like skip over
Mhm.
that I should talk about, just interrupt me and let me know.
Okay.
The first thing I have here is Hyper Light Breaker. So I don't know if you've ever played Hyper Light Drifter or any of those games.
Mm-mm. Oh, that's an early access. Um,
Yeah.
that's next 2 days.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, very soon. Um Hyper Light Drifter is on my backlog. It could be one of the games I'm playing this year. I'm currently like figuring out what from my backlog to play.
Mhm.
Um this game's on the list. I'm kind of doing like a poll on Instagram, Discord, elsewhere to see what people want because I'm going to stream it as well. So like what people want me to play and stream. But my backlog is huge, so there's going to be a ton of like sequels in this list here that I'm going to like. Oh yeah, the first game's on my list to play. This game looks fun though. Personally, I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're not familiar with those games at all.
Mm-mm, no.
Yeah. We'll move on then. There's not much to talk about. This one I'm hyped for just because I'm in the Donkey Kong mood. So it's Donkey
Mhm.
Kong Country Returns HD. I don't know if you see a game in between Hyper Light Breaker and Donkey Kong.
Um, not that I'm interested in,
Yeah,
but yeah, Donkey Kong. Yeah, on the 16th is when that releases.
this is a remake or I guess a remaster. I'm not entirely sure on this one, but it's a 3DS and Wii game. So I think it was released on the Wii first. I had the 3DS version, but I never played it all the way through. I started it. I don't know why I stopped playing it. I think there's just other games I had at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm like trying to get through, like intentionally get through all of the Donkey Kong games, I'm kind of looking forward to finally playing this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, have you played the earlier versions of this game or any Donkey Kong Country games?
I did on the 64, like the original.
Donkey Kong
Um,
64?
yeah, I played was it Donkey Kong Country?
It wasn't technically the country games on 64. It
Oh.
was Donkey Kong 64. So it was a new 3D title.
Mhm.
I think it was still developed by Rare though, who made the original Donkey Kong Country games.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like a new thing. There was new characters, new gameplay overall. Um,
Oh, I played the one on the Super Nintendo. That's what it was.
yeah, Super Nintendo was where these games originated. So
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 were on Super Nintendo. So
Hmm.
yeah, this is pretty much part of that franchise.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so not much to say on that. It's Donkey Kong. I'm excited.
Hmm.
From what I heard though, it's not as good as Tropical Freeze, which is a Donkey Kong game I have almost finished before going through this marathon. So this was the only thing, I just couldn't finish the last boss. I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna try to beat the boss. But Tropical Freeze was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. What do you have next on your list that you wanna?
So far, nothing's really. Um, well, we have Tomb Raider 4 through 6 remastered in February.
Oh, I somehow missed that. Yes, yes. So
Hmm.
the first few games were remastered last year.
Hmm.
So that's interesting and fun. Have you played any of those old Tomb Raider games?
Oh my gosh, if I did, I don't remember.
I've tried several times to jump into the first one, which is like
Really?
PlayStation 1 game. I remember I think my uncle played that game. Like I used to go over and he was playing it. Um, I cannot get into it because it's like before 3D games had a standard mechanic on how
Hmm.
to control a 3D game, or you like even modern Tomb Raider games.
Hmm.
So it has what's I think referred to as tank controls.
Hmm.
So it's just awkward movement, awkward
Yeah.
camera, and I can't wrap my head around playing a game like that. So like as interested as I am to go back to the original games, I just can't do it.
Yeah, I think that's what my brother said about Silent Hill 2, how um he wishes that he could play the original. He said he might, but it's just the fact that he would have to go to those controls
Yeah.
to play them. They were really, yeah.
Is that the reason why you can't play that game anywhere? Like it's not ported or part of a subscription or anything? Like there's no way to play that first game?
Yeah, I think that's probably why.
That's interesting. I don't have a trailer up for that, but it's basically the original games remastered to
Yeah.
modern graphics.
Hmm.
Um, what else is on the list there?
So for February, that was really all that I see that I'm at least interested. There's Civilization 7. I'm not sure if you play those games.
I have not. I will pull up the trailer. I think my headset just cut out, so I don't know why. So I won't be able to hear you for a minute.
Okay.
Um, but I'll try to find the trailer here. I don't know if you are talking or not, but you can talk.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so there's that. There's also Monster Hunter Wilds. I haven't played those games, but I think people are excited about that one. That's also in February.
Have you played either of those games, like the previous
Civilization
games?
or I have never
Mm.
played any of the Monster Hunters,
Me neither.
um, or Civilization, but I feel like there are games that I've been meaning to play, but I just don't because there's other games that I play.
I will say that the new Monster Hunter, I'll see if I have it here. The new Monster Hunter looks interesting, and I'm kind of interested in playing it.
Mhm.
But Civilization, I don't know that I'm interested in an RTS game ever. It doesn't look appealing to me.
Yeah.
There are a ton of games I have on here that we went straight past, but I'll go back to them. Wait, do I not have Monster Hunt? I didn't have a Monster Hunter trailer pulled up. Monster Hunter looks fun. If you look at any of the trailers, it looks like a fun multiplayer game.
Hmm.
So it might be just one I just jump into. I have some of the older ones. I remember I got my last graphics card came with World. I'm like,
Hmm.
cool, and I just never played it. Um, have you played any of the Dynasty Warrior games?
I haven't.
Me neither. There's Origins coming out. I thought that was one that was worth mentioning because that's a long running franchise. There's Dream Core I have here. This one is, I think it's like kind of like a horror game, but not like a, I don't think it's like a jump scare kind of game. It's just a game where
Oh.
I've
It
seen
looks
this on,
very liminal.
yeah.
uh,
I've seen this on social media so many times, just people
Oh
talking
yeah.
about it. It just
Hmm.
has like an, I guess it's supposed to have like an eerie feeling where you're like wandering around this empty place and it's just like you just feel,
Yeah, very Backrooms-esque.
yeah, but like you're not, like everything just like feels weird and uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
um I don't know how much like gameplay involved is in this, or
Mm.
other than just walking around, but I put it on here just because I've just been seeing it everywhere on social media, so I thought it was worth mentioning.
Honestly, I mind playing it. I like games like that that are just like eerie, like not so
Yeah.
much jump scare. It's just the atmosphere. It's eerie.
Yeah, this might be one for you then. um I have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on here just because it's getting a PC port. PlayStation's
Mhm.
been doing. I guess this isn't really PlayStation. This is Square, but yeah, it's getting a PC port. Why are these games on Xbox? Do they have that much of an exclusivity deal with PlayStation,
I don't know.
or is it just because like maybe they don't run on Series S and Xbox has to have that parity?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's probably it.
PC.
Uh, we got oh, I pressed end. Let me figure out where I'm at here. Um, I'm not caught up on where you are yet. Oh,
Um.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh no. Yeah. So that was February. You said the next one was Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I had Final Fantasy on my list. I have this one here called Synduality Echo of Ada, which looks like a
Mhm.
mech game, but I have this on here because I think it's Bandai. I need like big publishers that put stuff on here, like any big ones I noticed.
Mhm.
Oh, why is the quality? Um, I this honestly first time I'm hearing of this game. I don't know if I've seen it before. Which is an interesting thing about doing this with you compared to Court last year is Court plays the games I don't. So she knows like all these like Japanese games and stuff like that. So I don't think like this would be her game or on her radar specifically. But like there'd be like a ton of these games like I don't know what this game is, but Court probably does, and then she would have like something to say about it.
Yeah.
Uh have you ever played any of the Orcs Must Die games? Because I got Death Trap on here. That's the new one.
No.
Okay. I think this one's like a hero shooter actually. So it's like I might be wrong because I've never played any of the Orcs Must Die games, but I feel like they were more tower defense ish, and this looks more like a hero shooter kind of thing.
Mm.
Um, and Spider-Man 2 is also getting a PC release.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That's awesome. More people get to play that game.
Yeah, because I mean, I know I've been playing a lot more PC than console right now.
So, do you have a PS5?
I don't actually, and that's why I haven't been able to play like I haven't been able to play Ghost of Tsushima and all these
Mm-hmm.
old games. Because I don't have a PlayStation, but my brother's actually bringing me one this weekend, so
Oh,
I
nice.
games.
Uh, awesome. Well, Spider-Man 2 I can definitely recommend it. It's an awesome game.
Okay,
Kingdom. Did you mention this one? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2?
I haven't.
Okay. Uh, this one's I can't remember who publishes this game. There's a reason why I have it on here, but yeah, I haven't played any of these games either. Um, I don't think I'm caught up to you still. What was the last game you mentioned?
Well, here's the thing. So this is only the ones that have release dates, and the last
Yes.
one that shows is um October. But again, most of these they're there's like a whole list. of
Mm-hmm.
games with a release date, and those are the ones that I feel like are the ones that people are more excited. Like, I mean, the bigger games, I guess, they don't have a
Yeah.
release.
Yeah.
So I think the ones, yeah, that I see Floor 3. I know a lot of people were excited about Killing Floor 3.
I I do have that on here, yeah. And
Mhm.
I tried to do the same. Like, there's a bunch of like these like smaller indie ones. There's so many Metroidvanias on this list. I'm like, yeah, that looks awesome. But I'm just not including it in here unless I have
Mhm.
something specific to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're still on like the release date list. We're in. You said February.
So yeah, that was March actually. That's March.
That's March was
Uh, Um, Actually, March. Yeah,
because
in March, but there's no actual date in March that Killing Floor 3 is coming out. They just know it's March.
right, yeah, March something. It's gonna be out there. Yeah. I still have trailers from February here. It looks like we like just have the first few months of release dates.
Uh huh.
There's Rift of the Necro Dancer, which is a spin-off of Crypt of the Necro Dancer. So it's another rhythm-based game from the same makers that looks more Guitar Hero DDR style.
Hmm.
So it's interesting. They're bringing back this style of gameplay. I don't know if there's like a desire for these kind of games, but it looks interesting. I'm at least curious on it. I do like rhythm games, so.
Hmm.
And then I think oh, let me try to skip ahead. Yeah, so now I'm at Civilization. Another big one, I think we're skipping over here. Avowed. This is Microsoft's
Oh yeah.
next big first party game.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've seen anything from this. It's been in like some showcases that we watched, but
Hmm.
also there's a Xbox showcase. Uh,
Obsidian.
yeah, this is from Obsidian. Yeah, so I think this is one of the 4 games that they're focusing on for the next developer direct thing that they're doing in January 23rd because it's my brother's birthday, of course. They're
Hmm.
doing it then. Um, but uh, I don't know. Have you seen anything from this? Are you excited about this?
I, did they show it through during the Game Awards or
I
no? Because
want
I
to say yes, but I don't remember.
hmm, I don't think I've seen anything of this.
I've seen quite a bit from different showcases.
Hmm.
Every time, I'm like, yeah, it looks all right. I don't know. I don't think the hype is there for like, oh, this is the Xbox seller, you know?
Yeah.
But could be wrong. This could be their next big thing. It's an RPG. Um, so Baldur's Gate was huge when that came out.
Yeah.
Granted, it was
Who
different. That was
knows?
turn-based, but
Hmm.
what we got next? I have
What's that?
Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. Do you have anything before that?
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Oh, whoa, go
Oh,
back. Oh, I do have a Monster Hunter trailer on here.
hmm, I don't see that one. It might. I don't know if it has a release date or not.
I think it does. It should be in February, I think. I'm trying to go back to it. But I think this is from the makers of Life is Strange, like the original Life is Strange.
Oh.
So this follows yeah, Don't Nod, yeah. This follows 4 girls that were in like a that like started a band,
Hmm.
and I think something happened to their friend when they were young. Something like sort of like paranormal, and that event is coming back to like haunt them years later.
Hmm.
And so they're all like finding each other and trying to like see what happened.
This looks interesting. This looks like a game I would definitely pick up.
Yeah. I've played the first Life is Strange. That's pretty much it. Oh, and the prequel, Before the Storm. So I don't know if
Hmm.
you've played any of them.
I've only played the first one.
Interested, but
Things like this. Yeah.
and then I got Monster Hunter. What do we got after Monster Hunter? I think we're both caught up now to each
So
other.
yeah, that's end of February. Now we're into March.
Okay, let me see if so March. Um, yeah. The first thing I have in March is Split Fiction. I don't know if you have anything before that.
Oh yeah. No, I don't. Yep, Split Fiction.
Split Fiction, I think, is from the same maker as A Way Out and It Takes Two. This is their next game. This was revealed at the Game Awards, if you remember.
I don't really remember this one.
So it's like a co-op game,
Mhm.
where there's like two different kind of realities
Mhm.
that are going on. Yeah, so you share a split screen.
Uh,
Only one person needs to have a copy of the game. Um, and I think there's like a lot of like video game homage and references from like the gameplay that they showed off at the Game Awards.
mhm.
So this looks like a fun one.
That one, yeah, this one looks interesting as well.
Okay, what we got after that?
After that, I see Assassin's Creed. Do you have anything before Assassin's Creed?
Yes, I have one I don't know anything about. So I have Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remaster. I think that's just a notable remake because they're doing like an
Okay.
HD 2D remaster. I've never actually played these games, so I don't know much about them. And then also Wanderstop. I don't know if you
Well,
know about Wanderstop.
I know just a little bit, I think.
Published by Annapurna. And again, I every time I bring that up, I don't know how because there's nobody that works at Annapurna. They all quit.
Oh.
But this is from the maker of the Stanley Parable, which
Uh,
is the Stanley Parable. I think it's free somewhere right now. PlayStation Plus. Um, but it starts off like it looks like any typical like cozy farming game simulator that are
yeah,
popping up like in the dozens lately.
I have quite a few on my Steam.
Yeah. But then it kind of evolves like the character has you know some anxiety or other sort of mental issues that she's dealing with, and it seems like something more sinister or something's going on that you kind of have to figure out. So it's like a game disguised as a cozy farming simulator
Mhm.
game, but it's really something deeper that's going on.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So this one I'm intrigued by because I did like the Stanley Parable, and I feel like this could be an interesting game.
Yeah, definitely picking this one up.
Now I got Assassin's Creed Shadows. This is
Lessons?
the new release date because I think it was supposed to come out in February.
Yeah, so I think this is March 20th.
Yep. And then hopefully Ubisoft's still around before the game's released
We'll see.
because they might have to just can it if the company's going under.
Wow.
But this one looks cool. This looks like the Assassin's Creed game a lot of people have been asking for years.
Hmm.
Uh, I want to say there's controversy for this game, but it's really just just crybabies on the internet complaining about dumb things.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm so far behind on Assassin's Creed that like I haven't started Odyssey yet,
Hmm.
so I don't know if I'm gonna be jumping into this one right away. Also, I don't know about you, it's hard for me to get into any new Ubisoft game because they all, for no reason, require an internet connection. Um,
So,
like you have to
Uh,
have your Ubisoft account and everything signed in and everything, which isn't a big
yeah.
deal to me personally, but when you have a company like Ubisoft consistently pulling digital licenses and rights from
Hmm.
games online,
Hmm.
such as The Crew and some other games where you cannot play them anymore, and they make it seem like you never even purchased the game
Hmm.
because they can just do that. It's hard to be like, well, I'm gonna buy this game, and then maybe I don't know in a week Ubisoft just decides I don't own it anymore. It's just like I
Yeah.
don't know if I want to invest in any Ubisoft games at this point.
Mm-mm. Honestly, I think the last Ubisoft game that I purchased was The Division 2, and
Uh,
I don't think I really played it.
and at any point, that game can just be pulled.
Yeah.
That's an online focused game. I think you can play it offline, maybe, but
Hmm.
it is very much focused online, and they can just be like, no, we're pulling the servers and also the game, so you can't play it anymore.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Aside from personal reasons uh, and feelings towards Ubisoft, the game itself here, Assassin's Creed Shadows, looks awesome.
Hmm.
And when I eventually get to it, having those two different play styles as like the more agile warrior and the more tanky character looks a lot of fun, and I'm excited to jump into this at some point.
Hmm.
What do you have next?
After that, I see. I don't know if you're interested in Xenoblade.
I am not,
Xenoblade.
but I can. If you want to talk about it, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just asking you because I know a lot of people are excited about it, but I've never really played any of the Xenoblade
Yep.
games.
Me neither. I somehow missed that on my list. But yeah, that's a big one to bring up for sure. I think is that the one that's ported from the Wii U that so many people were asking about, like one of the few games that was never ported.
I think maybe so.
Okay. I know that there was a Xenoblade game on the Wii U that a lot of people wanted, and I think it might have been that one. Um, Yeah, I might skip someone's like if you're skipping over some stuff that I don't know about that I have here, I'm just gonna skip over it too. Because I have Atelier Yumia, The Alchemist and of Memories and the Envisioned Land, which is a crazy title.
Hmm.
One I have here is Tales of the Shire. I don't know if you have that.
I do that. I see that here. Yeah.
Okay, am I too ahead?
No, no, you're
Sorry,
fine.
say.
That was the next one. Yeah.
How do you feel about this game?
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't. I didn't look interesting to me.
I'm the same, yeah. I think it might just be uh maybe more so the gameplay,
Hmm.
but for me, I I can't get over how bad this game looks. It just looks bad. Like I think they're going for a specific art style, but I
Yeah.
don't think it lands. Like it's not a good art style, and I hate being negative about anything, especially for art because it's subjective, but I
Mhm.
just don't think this looks good. Um, but I could be wrong. I think there's some people that are excited about this because it's a cozy game set in the Lord of the Rings universe. So I'm
Mhm.
sure that there's some people that are extremely excited about it, and I'm happy for you. Um, but yeah, this is being propped up as like a really big game, but I don't know if it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
What's next on your list?
Um. After that, at least that I know of, is Killing Floor 3.
Yeah,
Um.
I have some things like fighting games, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, and Double Dragon Revive. I don't know. I'm not a big fighting game guy. Also, I think this is one from Riot. So it's called Project L, 2XKO, and it looks like a Riot fighting game. I don't know
Hmm.
much about it. There was a trailer for Jinx as a character though.
Jinx. Oh.
Yeah. So it looks like it's set in whatever Riot universe. I'm not well versed in Riot. I only just started watching Arcane. uh Trailer looks good though.
Oh, and it has him too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Uh I don't know where my Killing Floor 3 trailer is, but I'm at Agent 64 Spies Never Die, which I think is like a 007
Yeah,
inspired N64 graphics game.
very golden eye-esque.
Yes. So this looks I just have this on here because it looks interesting. I'm always interested in like unique ideas like this or like
Yeah.
inspired ideas like this. So um even though I'm not like the best or I'm not the biggest GoldenEye fan, I didn't grow up with it, and I think like returning back to it for me it doesn't hold up great.
Oh,
But
I
I can
definitely grew up
yeah,
big time.
but I can appreciate the nostalgia for game for sure.
Yeah.
I got another one of those. I got to skip this stuff. We don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know about Baby Steps?
No.
So this is like I don't remember who's developing this game, but it's a walking simulator. But
What?
it looks like it's like intentionally frustrating controls, like QWOP. I don't know if you remember QWOP,
No.
where you walk. It's this like you play as QWOP was like you play as like an athlete. It's just running, like you're trying to run, but your legs are controlled by I think it's yeah the Q, W, and O, P keys on your keyboard. So
Oh,
like one lifts the leg, one like moves the foot forward, and you have to like kind of like struggle to walk
oh
without
my
falling
god.
over.
Oh
so,
my god.
so like this guy is having trouble walking. And it's a very comedic game. There's like a comedic dialogue and everything. Um so it looks funny.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah, I think yeah. Oh, not. Oh my god. No, this would be a fun game to like stream
oh yeah, for sure.
and play with friends. Yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, because why is he doing that?
I don't know. I don't know the reason. It'd be interesting to play it and find out.
That's
Uh,
fun.
am I too far? I'm at Borderlands 4,
What
which
is it?
I don't think has a release date, so I think I'm too far.
Yeah, so now you're in no release date. I think the last one we had was April that had big games. So, well, at least for me, I know there's Last of Us 2 Part 2 remastered.
I'm
Um,
missing that
for
too.
the
Okay.
for the PC. It's finally coming out to the PC. I'm excited about that because I have yet to play that game because I didn't have a PlayStation all this time.
So no
Um,
PlayStation console at all, not even PS4, where the game
no,
first released. Okay.
nope. The last game I ever played on PlayStation was Last of Us 1.
What on
Uh,
PS3?
yeah, on PS3.
Isn't it crazy that game came out on PS3?
I know, it's crazy. So the
uh,
last PlayStation that I at least owned was PlayStation 2. After that, my brothers had their own PlayStations, but I never did. So yeah, I'm excited about Last of Us Part 2. And then
I keep like kind of like I don't refer to myself as any like platform specific gamer because I have them all, but
mhm,
like if I have been for like the longest time, I feel like I've been
mhm,
sort of presenting myself as like the Xbox gamer. Like I usually
mhm,
play games on Xbox. I feel like lately
mhm,
now it's PC and Switch.
mhm,
Um, but realistically, looking at all the consoles I've owned throughout the generations and games I've
mhm,
played, um, the one thing that has been consistent is I've played or have owned every PlayStation console
mhm,
and like big games from each generation. So I'm like,
mhm.
realistically, I'm a PlayStation gamer, but I only
Yeah,
really play like the first party stuff on it, and then I play everything else on like the other platforms.
yeah, yeah. Did you ever play any of the Persona games?
I have not. I'm intimidated by them. First of all, I don't know if like I would be if those kind of games like I'd be into them. Um, but One, they look really cool and they have great music. I could appreciate that. Um, they're kind of like Japanese games, and a lot of the times they're like too out there for me. Which is like it's not a bad thing. It's just like it's hard for me to like get immersed in that world and like be sort of like invested in it. But honestly, the biggest thing that's like putting me off is that I know that they're extremely long games, and I'm like, I
They
don't know if
are.
I have the time for that.
Yeah. I will say, so my brother was the one who recommended it. And when I first started it, I was like, no, this is not going to be a game for me, especially when he told me how long it was. And
Hmm.
just when I first started, I was like, yeah, this is not it. But I got so I got so immersed in it. And I got so addicted to it. It was so good. So
That's
I
what I
do recommend
hear.
it. Ever feel like, let me just try it out. I feel like
Hmm.
it's a game that you probably could end up like loving, or maybe not. I think, yeah, it really depends. But
I have a
I like.
I have, I have a Vita, so I can play it as the games have been intended on the
Nice.
on the Vita.
Nice. um so after Last of Us Part 2, I don't know, there's Koira and Mandragora.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know if you know any of it. I don't know any of the other ones after that.
Never heard it.
Yeah, the rest of the ones are the ones that have no release dates.
Yeah, and so I mean we can get to that now. I mean the first one here
Mhm.
is Borderlands.
Or,
I'm never interested in Borderlands. I played a little bit of one and two, but they
mhm,
never hooked me. Um, and I'm also kind of sour on Gearbox as a company in general.
mhm.
So I I I don't know. They also seem to like just take the the feedback of hate people have on where this franchise is going and how they're handling it um as compliments, you know? It's so weird.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
Randy Pitchford is the weirdest, most terrible guy at the same time as well. Like it's not necessarily a bad thing being weird. It's just that you're also kind of an asshole.
Mhm.
But for people to be like, "Hey, the movie sucked, and we don't like where the games are going," and like you're also kind of a terrible person, and he's just like, "Thank you."
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm no interest in Borderlands 4 for me personally.
Yeah. I tried playing Borderlands
Hmm.
2 and I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah. Uh, Next, I have Capcom Fighting Collection 2. I actually don't know what's in this. The second collection. Um, the first one I think came out last year, right?
Mhm.
And then they also have the Marvel collection.
Hmm.
It's like three collections now.
Oh my gosh.
I know I want the Marvel one because first of all, it has Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's the only game I really care about.
Mhm.
Um, but also the physical version, I guess, has a comic book inside of it.
Oh.
Because I saw somebody post a picture. I'm like, and it was a Switch case, and it looked like a manual in the case, and I'm like, huh, that might be the first Switch game I see with a manual. Other
Mhm.
than I bought a game from Devolver called Demon Throttle. It's actually only a physical version, so I usually buy digital Switch games. Well, that
Hmm.
game was only physical. There was a sale for it on I think PNP Games. So I'm like, oh, I've always been interested in that. I'll buy it because I know I can only get it physically, and it's kind of like a collector's game.
Mhm.
And I opened it up, like, oh shit, there's a manual in here. I never see manuals for Switch games. Um, so I saw that picture online. And I'm like, oh, it's cool that the the Capcom Marvel collection has a manual inside. I never see that. And the person responded, no, it's a comic book. I'm like, oh, even
Mhm.
better. So yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of want
I
to get
love
one
that.
now. I've never played any of these fight. I don't know if you're into fighting games.
No, not really.
I'm not that much either, but there's some of them I like playing. Next one I have on the list is Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I don't know if I'm missing anything.
And not for me. No, I don't see anything else.
I only included this because I don't even remember what this game is. I know I've been hearing some things, and this might be one of the games on the Xbox Developer Direct, but I don't know if this is published by Xbox. No, this is a PlayStation trailer, so no. I don't know what this is. I feel like I've seen this before, but I don't remember what it is.
It looks very uh
Okay. Okay, I feel like I'm remembering stuff now. I don't remember what kind of game it is though.
mm,
So it's kind of looks like the world around them is being destroyed,
yeah.
and they're on a ship or they're on a dock. Where are they? Is this a game where you play like 33? No, this isn't it. There's a game where you play like 33 people like at a time.
Mm,
All right, this looks like some crazy stuff. And you know what? I'm kind of this looks kind of awesome. I'll be honest.
yeah, it looks beautiful.
Oh yeah, okay, no, I remember this. This looks like it's like an RPG,
Hmm.
but oh, okay, no. Okay, I thought it was like a real-time action one, but it does look turn-based, but you have quick time events.
Hmm.
Okay. Cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, nice.
I decided I had the trailer. All right,
The
what's
fighting is very Persona-esque as well.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah,
Turn-
the menu you mean like how it looks
Yeah,
or
like the
the
fighting, the turn-based and all that too.
yeah, I guess it kind of does, yeah. All right, what we got next here? I got Crimson Desert.
Okay.
I don't remember why. What'd you put?
Oh no, I haven't I
Oh,
don't remember any.
Pearl Abyss. So this is from the makers of um Black Desert, I think.
Oh.
Sorry, what do you have?
After Crimson Desert I have Death Stranding too, which I'm
I think I
excited
have
about.
that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I never played the original.
I never got to finish it, but the I know while I was playing it was amazing. Well, I mean for me, a lot of people it was very mixed, but I
Hmm.
really loved
There's a movie being made for this, right? Or a TV show?
it. Is there? I never heard of that, but I'm excited
I
if
think
there
there
is.
is. I know PlayStation's been pushing live action stuff. They just announced after I think they were trying to do a TV series of Horizon with Amazon. Amazon canceled, and now they're
Hmm.
turning it into a movie instead, which I think is a much better decision. Make that
Hmm.
game a movie. Um, I don't know how they would have a TV series budget for Horizon. That would be like a mostly
Yeah.
CG production, you know? But
Hmm.
well, yeah. You excited for this one?
I am excited. I will
Awesome.
be borrowing a PS5.
These games look so weird to me. I'll be honest. Kojima is anything Kojima looks weird to me.
Yeah,
Like, what
yeah,
is this? What's going on here? I
that's his thing. But I don't know, the story is just so good, and the gameplay. Oh my god, the gameplay was so good.
have so many questions from this trailer. And honestly, the weirdest one is not what's with the low frame rate puppet. Like, this is so much more weird shit going on. Look at this.
there's, there's even more weird shit for you right there. Oh gosh, honestly, I think now that I have now that my brother's bringing the PlayStation, I think I might go back to the first game and finish it this time.
Yeah. Let's keep going because I think you are probably in a hurry.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I still have like an hour, just in case. But
Okay. Well, we'll try not to go for another hour.
yeah.
uh I've Demon Tides on here. Demon Turf is the first game, which I
Mm.
still have not played. It is on my backlog. Unfortunately, it was part of the poll that I put up for when I'm streaming this year, and
Mhm.
this lost in the first round, so I'm not playing Demon Turf. But
Mhm.
looks awesome. I am following the creator on Blue Sky,
Mhm.
and he's been posting updates on like what kind of stuff they're adding in the game.
Mhm.
So it looks cool. It's just 3D platformers. I'm always into. This looks like a fun one.
Mhm.
Have you ever played Demon Turf?
I have never played. Mm.
Okay. I Are you into 3D platformers?
Um, it really depends.
Okay.
But,
Well, I'll let you know if I
um,
play the first one if
Okay.
it's worth playing.
Okay.
I will say that Kit from Kit and Krista is just listening to their most recent podcast, and he recommended Demon Turf because he enjoyed it. So,
Hmm.
uh, I don't know if I'm going too fast. Despelate, I think it's pronounced. I could be butchering that. Am I miss?
Then,
Did I skip over anything?
I don't even see that one on here, so I'm not sure what that one is.
This is more of an indie game. I've seen it featured a few
Hmm.
times on some of the indie showcases. This is a
Mhm.
game all about growing up playing soccer. I think I can't remember where this is, where the creator's from.
Mhm.
Um, I think somewhere in South America. But um, it's just I don't know, just more of their like life story in the game, I guess. But it's really focused around exploring the world and playing soccer and the different like people that you meet in
Mhm.
the game. Um, I've just seen this game showcased so many times, so I thought I'd include the trailer in here.
Mhm.
And the art style is definitely different. I've never seen
Yeah.
anything like this in the game before.
Really interesting.
Yeah. Um, and we got. I
So I
have.
don't know if you have oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say Directive. What is this? Directive 8020 is my next game.
Ooh, what's this? This looks it's giving
This is
Dead
published.
Space.
Yeah, I can't remember who, and it's got some like actual actors in here.
Mhm.
Who's publishing this game? Here. Oh, this is. I think it said it's part of the Dark Pictures. Oh my god, I'm trying to pause it on the publisher. Yeah, a Dark Pictures game. So this is part of the Dark Pictures anthology then.
Okay.
From Supermassive Games. So that's why I have this on here. Otherwise, I don't remember this.
Hmm.
This looks like that looks like the actor who plays the
I feel like I've seen
what
her somewhere. I don't
yeah.
remember.
I think she's been in some Marvel stuff. If
Hmm.
it's the same actor, I don't know. But this does look like Dead Space.
Yeah, it's giving it very, very much Dead Space.
I don't know. What was your game?
Oh, what do you have after that? Because there's still some.
Doom: The
There's.
Dark Ages.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I still haven't played Eternal. Is that the game? Doom Eternal? I still haven't played that one. I don't know how we get here though. We're like going this is like it's like a medieval game with dragons or something.
It's
Set
so I don't know.
set in the Doom universe. I don't know how this works.
Yeah, I would have never thought it was a Doom game.
Isn't the point of Doom like you go to Mars and there's like an alien thing and going on in Mars?
Like, yeah, that's what I thought it
It's
was.
like hell on Mars.
Yeah.
It looks
Like,
fun. It looks like Doom. Doom's fun, so I don't know. What's after Doom here? I put this Dragon Ball game. I don't know anything about Dragon Ball games, but there's a Dragon Ball fighting game. Other than that, I got Dune Awakening is the next big one I have here.
Yes, I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
You can talk about it then.
Right.
I think it looks cool, but you can talk about it.
Yeah, it looks really. I mean, it looks really good. I love that it's an MMO open world. I think it looks really, really good. I'm excited for this. Honestly, I remember when there was a Doom game that came out a while ago, but it was more like it was very much like Age of Empires, one of those games.
Hmm.
Um, but this, like a open like world MMO, this is exactly like what I've wanted ever since like I got into like the Dune series. So I'm excited working
Nice.
on this.
I haven't seen anything from Dune. Um, but like aside from like not seeing anything, like
Mhm.
looking at this trailer, I'm like, this looks like a fun game.
Mhm.
It could be a fun open world, sort of like multiplayer game. From
Mhm.
what I understand, this is like taking an alternate canon take from the movies. Is that
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of interesting on its own. But man, this looks crazy.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm excited to fly an ornithopter, and oh my God, yes, this is like I think this is like my top one of my top games that
Do you
I'm
think
excited
do
for.
you think this has game of the year potential?
I really don't think it's
No.
game of the year. I don't know. Um, but definitely for me, at least personally, it's my top game of the my game of the
This is the
year.
one you're most excited for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh, the knife. Oh my God, the eyes. Yes, I'm excited.
Nice. Uh then I got Dying Light the Beast. I've never actually played any of the Dying Light games.
I haven't either.
Okay, so we don't really have any input on these ones here. Next I have is Elden Ring Night Rain. Is this the multiplayer one or is this like more DLC?
I think this was DLC.
Okay. Was it Elden Ring that had a multiplayer showcase or was it like one of the other like Souls like games? I don't know that.
Um, like Dark Souls.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't really know.
Okay. I know there was like a multiplayer thing that was shown on the Game Awards. Uh have you played Elden Ring?
I haven't. No, it
Yeah.
just looks way too hard.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I really have interested in it, but cool. Uh Here's probably what I'm most anticipating, if anything on this list, is Fable, but it's
Yes.
cautiously anticipating because there's been like some like background drama in this game, how like things weren't going great production wise,
Hmm.
but another Fable game. It's been so long, I have to be
So
excited, you know.
yeah.
And from the trailers, it looks like they're still keeping that style that we know from Fable.
Yeah.
It's a comedic game,
Comedic.
RPG. That looks like a lot of fun.
Hmm.
British humor.
Probably still
So
able to do what I want.
yeah.
Love it.
Uh,
Excited.
which Fable games have you played?
What was that?
Which Fable games have you played,
I've
if any?
played. I've played 2 and 3.
Same. I never played the first one.
Me neither. Like I have
Alf.
it. I just
Yeah.
haven't played.
I mean, I do too. There's also like the spin-offs, there's like the Connect games, I know like that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
uh, but really I played two. I love two. I spent so many hours in two. I
Me
played
too.
three and sort of the same thing, but like three I was like, well, this is not a better game. I feel like two was a better game
Yeah.
for me. But
Yeah. That too.
and then Lionhead kind of just ceased to exist after that.
Hmm.
And now we got the franchise coming back. So hopefully I'm hoping it's good.
Hmm.
If uh if this if they pull off this game well, hopefully um that brings back the franchise for Microsoft and they're willing to put more effort into this.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I put this one on here. I can't remember what this is a spin-off for. So it's FBC Firebreak. Am I skipping over anything so far?
And no.
Okay. This is I think, yeah, Remedy. So I think this is a multiplayer. I think it's actually a three-player co-op game set in the sort of like Remedy universe. So I think this is in like the Control or Alan Wake universe.
Oh, this would
Yeah.
be interesting. I never heard of this. I'm like a big Alan Wake fan. I don't know how I haven't heard.
I think this was either at a PlayStation State of Play or it was at the Game Awards. I can't remember.
Uh, I don't remember it being at the Game Awards. That's
Yeah,
probably why I have.
so it might have been at a PlayStation event then.
I mean, if it's in that Control Alan Wake universe, then count me in because.
Yeah. Looks cool though. You don't really see too many three-player co-op games anymore.
Yeah.
Next I have is Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah. This
Um,
I'm gonna be playing. I have not yet played Ghost of Tsushima, so but I will be playing it soon, so I
mhm,
can get excited for this one.
nice. This is also one that crybabies are complaining about because the main character is a woman. God forbid, you know.
God.
But
Yeah.
yeah, looks interesting. And then we got GTA 6, the big one. We can scrap the rest of the list. GTA 6 is here. What's your excitement levels for GTA 6?
Oh my God, over a 10. It's been how
Yeah,
long?
I
It's
know.
been so.
So the last GTA game was on the Xbox 360. That's when it launched.
That's crazy. That's crazy how long ago that was.
Yeah.
Oh
Uh,
my God.
I'll be honest. I never played the single player for GTA games. I've only played
Really?
GTA 5 because like the multiplayer looked interesting, and I was excited for that. Um, but I'll
Uh,
be honest. I'm just kind of intrigued where they're gonna what they're gonna do with this. So I might play the single player.
yeah. I love the GTA 5 single player. I loved it a lot.
Hmm.
I don't know if any in the previous GTAs if there was a female um main character, but I love that we have a female main character in this game.
I don't think there was, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But excited, and I feel like honestly we need to get everyone back for we need to get Taco, we need to get
Hmm.
Jordan, we need to hop on this as soon as it comes out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. Same here. Like, I had a group of people I played with all the time for GTA 5, and we kind of just like fell off from the game. So
Hmm.
it'd be excited if we have like an excuse to like get back into GTA. So yeah, I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
that for the same reason for sure.
yeah.
Next I have is Greedfall 2. I don't remember why I put this on here. Oh, it's an Acon game. Am I skipping over anything?
Not that I see. Nope.
Okay. Do you know anything about this?
Nope.
Okay. I feel like I don't know, it might be a game worth talking about, but I honestly don't know anything. Um
Hmm.
Judas is the next thing I have. And I think this is from the original makers the creator of BioShock. So this is sort of like a spiritual successor or like a new game in that style. So
Okay.
this could be a huge game. I still have not played any of the BioShock games. I played a little bit of the first game. I just haven't played all the way through it. Um, but looks interesting, and I think there's a lot of hype around this one.
Hmm.
So, yeah, this could be a big one because BioShock was a big hit.
Oh yeah. So what is this to Bioshock? It's just like same like concept, or is it like the actual?
I think it's sort of like the same craziness. You have like different special abilities.
Ooh,
You
yeah.
get sort of like a trippy paranormal horror background.
Hmm.
Um, and just like a lot of weird stuff going on.
Yeah, interesting. Then I'm
Yeah.
interested. The only Bioshock I ever played was Bioshock Infinite. So, but I
That
really love.
that was the
So
third one, right?
yeah, I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah.
interesting. So yeah, Judas might be one to look out for. Then I have Killing Floor 3, so that's where the trailer is in my
There it is.
All right. We're at the L's now. Am I missing anything? Oh,
No.
shoot. Okay. This one actually might be one that
Little.
I'm most excited for other than Fable. This is Little
Mm-hmm.
Nightmares 3. I love the first two games. Interesting thing to note about this one is the creators of Little Nightmares, the first two games, are no longer working on these games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the drama behind the scenes, but Bandai Namco owns the publishing rights to these games and the IP. So now, what was the developer again? Um, I think it said here, yeah. So Supermassive Games is developing this one, um, and it looks the same as the first two. So like they're keeping the same sort of style. This is a creepy horror Tim Burton esque side scrolling game, like a puzzle side scrolling game, where there's just a lot of creepy stuff happening in the background. Um, a lot of sometimes they have like abilities your character can do, um, but uh, the creators of the original games are making their own sort of like spiritual successor to these games called Reanimal.
Mm-hmm.
So in essence, we're getting two Little Nightmares 3 games. And this is one from the same publisher, and then there's a new game from the original developers. I don't know if Reanimal is coming out in 2025, but so we might be getting Little Nightmares first here. But I'm excited for both. I don't know if you've played any of these games.
I have not, but honestly, I've been meaning to.
I I think the first one kind of surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like typically into these kind of games either, but um, the first game I would definitely recommend. It's sort of like you're like this little person that's trapped on this rocking ship of uh I don't know, uh filled with like these giant gluttonous monsters that just want to eat
Mm-hmm.
and and destroy everything. So, and you're just trying to hide and run away and navigate through that world off of that ship. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a really cool, unique game. So, looking forward to this.
Nice.
Um, what else we got? I have Lost in Random as my next game.
Lost and random?
Yeah. Am I
Never
missing
played it.
anything?
No.
Uh, I've seen this a few times. I thought this game was already out, to be honest. Um, but I remember seeing this trailer and thinking it looked cool. Yeah, so it's like a isometric kind of uh action game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you have this dice that I think it's just like an RNG dice. I can't remember the full like gimmick of this game, but I know it's on my wish list, so I included it on here. Um, and again, I thought it was already out, but I guess it's coming out this year.
Hmm.
Um, and I have Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Metroid.
I think this game is still slated for the Switch. So I
Uh,
don't think this is a Switch 2 game.
okay.
So, I don't think the release date of the Switch or this game has anything to do with either. And I don't think Metroid games typically sell very well for Nintendo, although I think the Metroid Prime remaster might have been the first case to disprove that, because
Mm-hmm.
I think that one sold very well, if I remember correctly. But typically, Nintendo doesn't really care about Metroid. I think
Mm-hmm.
as a publisher, they have the character for like Smash Bros. Stuff, and they own the rights to it. They're not gonna let it go or anything like that. Um, so it's cool that we're getting a new Metroid. Uh, and this one looks great. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
Um, I've only played the first game when it came out on GameCube, and a
Oh.
little bit of the second game. I've never played the third one because I didn't have a Wii,
Mhm.
and I've played a bit of the remaster, but I feel like I'm gonna start from the beginning and stream it at some point.
Mhm.
Um, but have you played any of the previous ones?
Probably like the old ones, like
Yeah,
from, yeah.
from
I don't
GameCube.
really remember anything about them.
Yeah, same. Cause like, so Court was streaming. It was her first Metroid. Actually, she tried playing Metroid Dread and she hated it.
Oh.
But she's like, but I'm interested in Prime because Prime's like a 3D game and it's
Hmm.
different. I'm like, well, it's the same sort of like concept in 3D though. But I'm like, but if you do play it, I want to join you on the streams for like commentary because I haven't played that game in forever, but I remember loving it on the GameCube.
Hmm.
And so she was playing it. And I'm like, I don't remember it. She's like, well, what do I do here? I'm like, I don't remember anything. I'm like, but I'm having a great time watching you play the game. What's next here? I have Mouse PI for hire.
What is this?
This is now that Steamboat Willie is in the public domain, people can do whatever they want with Mickey Mouse as long as they don't call him Mickey Mouse. So this is like a 2D cartoon style Doom game using Mickey Mouse
Oh,
like characters. This is all 2D black and white cartoon style. So you
oh
just
my
running
God.
around shooting people as Steamboat Willie.
Oh my gosh. Ah. As long as they don't call him Steamboat Willie.
I think they can call him Steamboat Willie if they want because they have the creative
Oh,
license
really?
to do that because it's in the public domain. So like,
Oh.
Disney can't really do anything. But if they use him in the style of Mickey Mouse and they call him Mickey Mouse, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh,
I love that there's so many like old cartoons and like fictional characters and stuff that are entering the public domain now because it's been so long. I'll
yeah.
be honest, what I really want to see right now is a Smash Bros like fighting game that just features all public domain characters
Hmm.
that like people know. So I want to see Mickey Mouse fighting Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and you know what Felix the cat and I'm trying to think of like some other ones now too. But like or like Sherlock Holmes, throw Sherlock Holmes in there. Uh you know, just like anything that's just entered the public domain that's popular enough for like a 2D fighter. I think that'd be fun to see.
Yeah.
Then I got Pokemon Legends ZA. We'll probably know more about this game in February during Pokemon Day, which I always forget when that is every year, and I'm most likely going to be busy that day because I always am every year. Um, but nonetheless, I'm excited to watch and react to Pokemon Day and what kind of announcements that they have. The reason why I think a Switch announcement is going to happen now is because they're probably going to talk about the next big Pokemon game, like after ZA, that will
Hmm.
probably be for the Switch too.
Ooh.
So I feel like Nintendo's got to like have some sort of official announcement before Pokemon Day. But
Hmm.
I don't know. Pokemon's its own company pretty much. Nintendo owns basically a third of Pokemon.
Hmm.
So really I don't think they're reliant on each other to follow any sort of strict like release date information.
Hmm.
But it would be weird if Pokemon Company talked about the next game and it was before Nintendo talked about the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Are you excited about this one?
Yes, I am.
Did
I'm
you
excited
like
about it.
did you like Arceus?
I never played Arceus.
Okay. I played Arceus because it was like the first different Pokemon game in a long time. you
Hmm.
know? So I'm like, sure, it looks interesting, looks fun, and I thought it was cool. It was basically like an achievement list Pokemon adventure game where you're
Mhm.
just like going through the list of like objectives to do. But at
Mhm.
its core, I didn't really like the game. I'm like, this isn't really the Pokemon game I was looking forward to. I know that so many people were, but I'm
Mhm.
like, this wasn't a game for me. So they announced this game, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get this one. This might be one that I skip.
Hmm.
That's just me personally. But I'm excited to hear more about it on Pokemon Day if they have more to say. Because I'm at least intrigued, and if they have a reason to hook me in, then maybe I'll give it a try.
When's Pokemon Day?
I don't know. Sometime in February.
Look it up.
I think by the end of February. I think it's different every year.
Oh. Oh, February 27th.
What day does that fall on?
That is
On a Thursday?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I probably won't be free.
No, man.
I have to wait and see. That's like, if it was earlier in that week, I'd be like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm free. Let's do it. But, yeah, I think it might be cut off for me. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it either way.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm excited to hear more about it.
yeah. Then we got Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope DX. Um, I
What's
can't
the
I can't remember if this is like a re-release or like port or remake of one of the other Shovel Knight games, or if this is a new game. There was recently a direct with the developer here, Yacht Club Games. Yeah, they recently had a direct where they're showing off a bunch of stuff, including Shovel Knight related stuff. And I I remember seeing this announcement trailer, but I don't remember what it was
Mhm.
about. Uh, it looks like a collection. Maybe, I don't know. Local and online multiplayer. I still haven't played any of the Shovel Knight games, so but they look
Hmm.
fun.
Hmm.
Am I skipping any over anything so far?
So far, no, I don't see anything.
I have Skate Story here. I don't know if you've seen anything about this game.
Mm-mm.
It's a skateboarding game. Pretty much it.
Huh. Well, okay, this is an interesting skateboarding game.
Yeah, it's very unique art style. It's kind of like a crystallized character. Um, it's not really using that same kind of perspective that you would see in a Tony Hawk game, even though it is a third person game. But
Hmm.
it seems to be more of and I don't know, it could just be for the trailer and it might change in the actual game, but it
Hmm.
seems like a more cinematic set camera angles. So I don't know if you're like on a specific path or if it's more open world. Um, but it definitely looks different to a typical skateboarding game.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely, definitely different.
Yeah.
Interesting though.
Yep. And I have the House of the Dead 2 remake.
What's up the dead?
Have you ever played that arcade game, House of the Dead?
Probably at arcade places.
Yeah. I was what's the police one? Time Crisis. I played Time Crisis.
Oh.
That's the arcade shooter that I've played. House of the Dead, I've only tried to emulate and play like the Wii port of it.
Hmm.
So the fact that this is getting an HD remake for a game that I actually want to try out
Hmm.
uh like normally, that's exciting, I should say, but I don't know, are we using actual guns for this game? Like plastic guns, or is it just like a mouse and keyboard situation? Oh, it does say Oh, hold on. It did say what it's coming out for. Let me see. Where was it? Did I imagine that? Oh, here we go. So it's gonna be available. I hate this player. So for Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC on GOG and Steam.
Hmm.
If they release plastic guns with it, I'll be happy.
That would be amazing. That'd be so fun.
Let's burn through. Actually, I don't think I have it much more. I have Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Never played any of these games, but I know they're popular enough. Don't think these are going to be like Game of the Year games, but I don't know if you've played any of them.
No.
Then I have Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. I know that this was a big one. Yeah, this is from 505 Games. I remember this got like a lot of hype when the trailer came out. I don't think it's a game that I'm gonna play, but and then I don't know. Do you have anything else? Because I think this is the last game I have in this playlist.
I don't know if I had the Outer Worlds 2 on there, but that's a game that I'm very much looking to. Did you play the first one?
No, but it looks cool.
Oh yes, so excited.
And I don't know if there's anything else missing. I want to say Perfect Dark, but I don't know if that has a 2025 release date. So, but I don't know what else, if there's anything else that's missing from this list here.
I didn't know about this, but there's a Terminator game coming out to PC, Terminator Survivors.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about that. That seems interesting.
I don't know much about it, but I have seen an announcement for that game.
Hmm. Other than that, I don't see anything else. But yeah,
of this list, what do you think would get Game of the Year 2025?
Oof, that's gonna be a really hard one. Honestly, I really feel like Fable could be. I don't know. I don't know if it'll win Game of the Year, but I could see it being nominated. I don't know what could win Game of the Year.
Yeah, this is just predicting, just speculating. Again, we got last year wrong, so.
Yeah, because I feel like usually most of the time it's games that they just surprise you.
Honestly, yeah, I mean, like nobody saw Astrobot coming, or even like some of the other games nominated, like Balatro. Nobody saw those coming, so they just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And again, we don't know what Nintendo games. Like we don't know any Nintendo games coming out this year. They're just gonna be like a bunch of surprise games. There's gonna be like a surprise Mario game that comes out that could get Game of the Year. It could happen. So.
So what do you think? What do you think would get nominated?
From this list, I think there's a lot of potentials for nominations, but to be honest, I think what could win from this list is probably GTA 6.
Oh yeah. Dang.
I think that's pretty much.
I don't think anyone has a chance.
I think that's the game to like. A lot of journalists are saying that, and analysts, I should say more so the analysts are saying that GTA 6 has the potential to revitalize the industry, which is in a decline right now. Like just because of the layoffs, spending habits, and just a lot of other things. It's kind of like a nightmare for a lot of people involved to be in the gaming industry. And it's just like, oh, if everybody's showing up to play GTA 6, buy new consoles, start rebuilding their gaming library because they're getting back into gaming, GTA 6 has that potential.
There are people who don't even game like the way we do who are going to be picking up GTA 6.
For sure.
Like, yeah, it's gonna be wow. Release day is gonna be crazy. I'm excited.
Yeah, and we don't know yet. We don't know when it's gonna be.
Yeah, we don't know yet when it's gonna happen.
That's why so many release dates are up in the air right now, is because everybody's waiting on when is GTA 6? What's important to note though, and I don't, this could be a detractor to those statements. There's no PC release. It's
Mm,
just console at launch.
yeah.
So that could be problematic. Um, I think they did the same thing with GTA 5, if I remember.
Hmm.
Like they did PC release later, but
I
I don't
wonder.
know the reasoning for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's exciting. Um, I
Very-
know you have to be going soon. So is there anything we should wrap up on?
Hmm. Um. Not that I know of. I'm just excited to see when all these games are gonna finally come out. I'm
Same.
excited for Fable. I'm excited for Dune. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a good year. At least for as far as games that like I've been excited about. It's gonna be a good year for games.
I think I'm most excited just to see what the next Switch is. I just want to see
Oh,
what it is, what the games are gonna be, and because that's just the hype right now.
and what game it's gonna release with the Switch.
Yeah, I imagine the rumors are true that there's gonna be a new Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
But also feel like it's been a while since a proper 3D Mario, because the last one was Odyssey when the Switch
Wow.
was last released
Yeah, that
in
was long
in
ago.
2017, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we're due for a new 3D Mario as well.
Yes, I would be very hyped for a new 3D Mario. I
Yeah,
would be.
same. I loved Odyssey. That was such a good game. So I
Mm-hmm.
look forward to that, especially off the success of Astrobot.
Yeah.
You know,
Now that they saw that a game like that could win Game of the Year, like,
yeah.
maybe.
Now is prime time to bring back Mario. Like,
Yeah.
who's this robot? We got the original 3D platformer right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
Especially
should.
take care of Luigi
Yeah.
and
Oh
the
yeah,
chip.
it could be. Maybe we'll get a 3D Luigi game.
Oh
Now
my
it's
god!
time to shine.
Imagine they need to take advantage of this.
But yeah, we'll end it here. I'll let you go because I know you got stuff to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for joining me on our start of the podcast for the year. I will say that I'm gonna try to push these out. We didn't the last 2 years. It's been like very sporadic podcasts, so I'm gonna try to get these going a little bit more often this year, so you see them more often. If you are watching our Marvel podcasts as well on YouTube, um, we haven't abandoned it. It's just Jordan
Mhm.
and I haven't had a time to get together to discuss Agatha All Along, What If, the new trailers. Um, I
Jordan's a busy man.
He's a busy man. Usually when when I'm free or when he's free, it doesn't line up with when I'm free. So,
Mhm.
um, it's very difficult. But we will try to do. Also, like I guess I don't think either of us have watched Venom or Craven, and I honestly don't think we care. Like that's the only like Marvel ones where we're like maybe these ones we skip.
Yeah.
But other than that, we will try to have some significant discussions around that before um, Captain America, I think, is the next big release. Um, so yeah, we're looking forward to it. We just need to find the time to do so. So,
Mhm.
anyways, thanks for joining me, Lumi. Um,
Thank you for having me.
you're welcome. But I don't know if I have your links in our social, but I'll try to do it. But since it's your first podcast, where can people find you?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Lumaris. That's LUMAERYS. You can find me on Instagram with the same name. And yeah, that's really all I am at.
All right. And yeah, stick around and hopefully we'll see you next time on podcast. Have a good
See you
one.
guys.